My name is Riley Watson, and I am about to do my Body Health and Society final presentation for you guys. So I am going to show you guys a little bit why I chose this commercial first, so we'll go through that. I chose this particular commercial because I felt like it portrayed really well how women are viewed in the media, and how we talked about in our class a lot of the times they use women's bodies to sell products that have nothing to do with that. And this is a great example of that. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a little background about the commercial. Oh, sorry. This commercial is for Carl Jr.'s, which is Hardee's known around here, but they bought Hardee's later, and so Hardee's is just in our area. It's a fast food chain founded in 1941. This particular commercial aired in 2015 during Super Bowl 49, and as I'm sure you all know, many people watch the Super Bowl solely for the commercials, so this is kind of a big deal that it aired in such a big time, I guess. So it was estimated that 114.4 million people watched this ad during the Super Bowl, which is a huge number. This isn't just like any commercial that might be on one channel. Like, this was on the time when people love to watch commercials. So I'm going to go ahead and click through and have you guys watch the video.
I love going all natural. It just makes me feel better. Nothing between me and my 100% all natural, juicy, grass-fed beef.
Introducing the All Natural Burger, the first ever in fast food, with no antibiotics, no added hormones, and no steroids. Only at Carl's Jr.
Alright, so I had one question after watching this video for the first time, and that question was, are you selling the burger or are you selling the woman's body? So this commercial just really amazed me. Honestly, it was the first time I'd watched it when I was trying to look up videos for this, and I guess it just portrayed so well to me, like exactly what we've been talking about this semester. So, alright. So I'm going to give you a little bit more information about the commercial. Carl Jr.'s is known for making these kind of statement commercials, if you want to call them that. They make a lot of them similar to the one that we just watched. They've featured a lot of different people, like the woman that we saw in our video, like Paris Hilton, Kate Upton, and many other big names in Hollywood that they use for these ads. Women with great bodies so they can sell a burger out of all things. And I think after watching this, how they said it was the all-natural burger, you know, so they're trying to say they used an all-natural woman for this, you know, so I guess they wanted to tie that in. So, about this commercial, this ad features American actress Charlotte McKinney. She's mainly known for her role in Joe Dirt, which I'm sure many people have seen alongside of David Spade, and that kind of got her big show and fame. But Charlotte was actually only 21 when this ad was created and aired, which is pretty young. I mean, I'm older than that now, so I can't imagine. But so what were they thinking? This ad uses the sexuality of a woman's body to try and sell their product. They're using a common technique of trying to catch the viewer's attention. I mean, that would catch anyone's attention. So in our sex sells PowerPoint that we've mentioned before, it mentioned that we only spend about 2 seconds on an ad, which is not enough to persuade someone to buy a product, so they have to find other ways to do so, such as using a beautiful woman with a voluptuous body. So this slide I put as the perfect woman. The advertisers are using a woman who has the perfect body to get views. Her skin is glowing, her breasts are large and perky, her hair is flowing and beautiful, She has a small waist, but she has curves in all the right places. And she's also young. So that is what we've talked about in our textbook and our slideshows about they're using this perfect image of this woman to attract anyone. How does this affect women? As a woman myself, ads like this can make me personally feel like unworthy and unhappy with how I look, because I definitely don't look anything like Charlotte McKinney. And it can also lead to women thinking that the only thing that really matters is their outward appearance, which is absolutely not true at all. But in commercials like this, that's really all they're focused on. It doesn't matter about the burger. It matters about everyone stopping and staring at this beautiful woman that's like almost naked with a perfect body. Our textbook, Provocateur, states that this kind of advertising can also lead to women feeling shameful, which is definitely not okay. Is this how all women should behave? I mentioned our textbook again, and it says that advertisements usually display men and women in ways that we think they behave, not how they actually behave. I don't know about you guys, but I don't see many men or women walking around in tiny bathing suits eating a Hardee's burger, but you know, there's a time for everything, I guess. This ad can make people believe that all women are incredibly sexual in everyday situations, especially walking down the middle of the street in what looks like a market area. How does this affect the way that men view women? This kind of advertising can lead men to viewing women as objects. We talked about this a lot in our class as well. So we talked about deconstructed bodies, which I thought this was a really good thing for it. But it does also show her face in it, but you're focusing on her body for the most part. This ad is a great example of using a woman for her body, and this can also make men believe that that's all that matters in a woman, just like I mentioned earlier, that that's how it can make women feel as well. Was this commercial diverse? I watched this video a lot of times to try to get the best answer for this question. The majority of the people in these ads were white, and there was one man who looked to be of Hispanic origin, and he was working at a vegetable stand, which to me kind of seemed like stereotypical, and I don't know if they meant it that way, but for him to be like one of the only people in the ad that wasn't Caucasian was a little weird, I thought. And also, Charlotte walked past everyone, and all of the onlookers were men. So to me, this made me think this ad only portrayed straight men. It would, you know, they don't want to bring in any diversity at all, is what it seemed like. There were some other women in the ad, but they were all just extras walking by in the background and foreground. They didn't have any big part at all. What can be done? So it's definitely not too late to change the way that advertisers portray women. The first thing advertisers can do is depict women in a realistic way. That is something that I feel like has been like this for so long. So many commercials are like this still today. I mean, this one was just from 2015. And also they need to put into perspective that not all women look like that. You know, it's important to be inclusive. I just did a discussion post for this class about inclusivity in the media. So use more types of women and men and different body types, different races, and just everything, because that's really important. People want to be represented. They can also stop using women's bodies as a selling device. We are not put on this earth to make people want to buy your product. Women's bodies are really important. They can do some amazing things other than trying to be sexual for men to buy a certain product. So that is really all I have about the commercial, and my discussion question is, what are the negative effects of using this type of advertising? So if you guys want to go ahead and post in the discussion post below, I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys.